you all. Welcome to Inside My Window. Welcome, my friends. Welcome. This is Lou Rayo, and here I'm about to present a wonderful gift for the holiday. Yeah, for Christmas, for Hanukkah. Either way, this gift could be for you or it could be for a loved one. Now, that said, what I'd like to do, I'm going to do an open box. I really don't do open boxes, but I have a reason why I'm going to do this. So open box, I'm going to show you how they package it. I'm going to show you the content that's in this, and then we'll do a light performance. That said, no time to waste. Let's get this show on the road. Let's do that, baby. All right, my friends. First, I hope everyone is doing well. If not, our prayers and thoughts go out to all of you, That said, it's a beautiful day here in South Florida. I would like to go ahead and do an unboxing. And the reason why is because when about a week ago, I ended up doing a video on the Ninja Foodi NeverDull knife set. And a lot of things were on my mind. I'm going through a lot, and that said, I decided that video was not good enough for you all. So folks, I'm here redoing this video, but I want to let you know I did open the box, I did take the content out, and I put everything back in because I wasn't satisfied with the video. But I'm going to tell you right off the bat, I think this knife set, whether for you or for your loved ones, during the holiday, Hanukkah, Christmas, maybe someone's birthday, before the end of the year or after the end of the year. That said, this set is unbelievable. Now, this set here is a 14-piece set. It's one of the, I guess, for the self-sharpening, which that's why they call it NeverDull. This set here it's kind of expensive, but not too expensive. You can get it for a low price. I think they go from $2.99 when on sale to $2.50, somewhere around that budget. But you can get a 10 set as well. And the 10 set, I'm not sure what is in the 10 set in comparison to this, but the 10 set is it's a little less. You can get it for around $1.99, sometimes even less, depending if it's on sale, whoever the retailer you're looking at. Well, what makes this set so unique, and let me go ahead and unbox it. What makes this set so, it's just unique. I have never seen a knife set that is so well packaged the way Ninja Foodi has performed this in this box. It's just crazy. First, you get there's not much here, but you get open up, lure. And it tells you which knives to use accordingly to the type of foods that you're going to cut with, right? Now, remember, knives is the most important tool in your kitchen. Yeah, it is the most important tool. Now, dishes, pots, pans, those are all secondary. And if I could put them in order, it'll be either whether you use a chef knife or a paring knife, whatever knife that is your primary tool to cut your food with. I think the knife is the number one, and the cutting board, and I'll explain that later. So then everything else would be secondary. Then you get a Ninja Foodi NeverDull system use and care guide. It tells you how to care for this. Never dishwash. In fact, I don't recommend to dishwash any type of knives, period. I really don't. No, 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 no. Well, I'm going to pull this baby out, and I'm going to take it as best as I can for the camera to grab it. I'm just going to tell you, this, you're just going to be amazed how they package this. I'm just going to pull this out just like that. And I'm going to pull this box out just like that. And I'll place this on the side here, just like that. Oh yeah. Wait, you haven't seen nothing yet. This is this crazy, crazy good packaging. Now, what I like is everything in this package, from the main box to the inner box, all the way to inside, it's all recyclable. Yeah. No styrofoam, you know, those styrofoam, and then they leave all those little pieces of styrofoams everywhere. No, you don't have that. And look at this now. This is the main body. They call it the knife block, but most knife blocks, they pretty much they're wood, right? They're based on wood material. This so happens to be plastic. I know it's not wood, but that's okay. And there's a reason for that. And some people I have seen done reviews, short reviews based on their opinion on the knife block. Well, first, let me explain. This is the NeverDull system knife block. What do they mean by that? Well, very simple. The NeverDull knife block is a sharpener, built-in sharpener. And when this goes up and down, rather than sharpening, and let me show you, there are several ways you can sharpen your knife, or knives, either way, right? Yeah, you can go with a whetstone. Some people do, some people don't. It's time consuming, but it is one of the best way of sharpening your knives. That's just my opinion. And by the way, I'm not an expert in knives, not an expert, but I have some knowledge based on what a good quality knife is versus a non good quality. I mean, it's something that I like to do. Not an expert. Then you've probably seen this. You have where you just place your knife in here and go back and forth, and you got these stones. And I'm going to bring this up a point again in a second. And then you have one of these gadgets where you slip your knife right in here, and you just slide it and slide it and slide it till it's sharpened. But some may also have where it only has something similar to this, but it has a handle, and you just lay your knife on top of that stone or metal. It could be metal blades, and go across. What makes this unique versus this or those metal blades is that this has stones, and this has a stone. It's not a metal blade like this. No. It's something similar to a whetstone, but a whetstone is more in detail, and it, rather than having 3 type of stones, it has 1 stone in here, as you could see in the display that I'm probably showing right now. And that's the technology behind this block. So inside this block, right here, where it goes up and down, you have a stone that's going to sharpen your knife. You can't beat a stone. No way. You can't beat a stone. That's what makes this unique from many other, there's not too many. I think Cuisinart and a couple other brands, they make a self-sharpening knife system. I don't think they use a stone. I could be wrong, but either way, this has a stone in there, and this will sharpen your knife. Now, what they recommend on this block is that you sharpen your knife every 2 weeks. You could do that. If you don't use your knife or knives that much, there's no reason to sharpen it. I sharpen it when I find that the blade itself starts to get dull. That's when I sharpen my knife. Every 2 weeks, you're not going to break the warranty, whatever, but as long as you keep it sharp, you're fine. That said, this is light. As you hear that sound, it's got these suction cups right underneath, so it doesn't move when you place your knife in and out, or when you do the sharpening, right? When you do the sharpening. So that keeps the block from moving. Now, I looked at some videos where some people were complaining that the block is made out of plastic. Yeah, it's made out of plastic, of course. Is it badly made? No, none at all. It's well made, and it's plastic, but that's good, because a lot of folks don't want heavy kitchen, small kitchen, tools or appliances. So if it's light, it's easy to move it around, and I like that. I'd rather have that than a heavy. Well, that depends, but I'd rather have that than a heavy. If this was made out of all metal and it's heavy to pick up, no, I don't like that. I don't like that. Okay, so now this box, hold on folks, hold on, I'm coming. Let me put this on the side here. Now we have, oh yeah, nothing complicated. No, nothing complicated. You get two pamphlets. One, how to use the knife, and the other, how to care for the knife. Awesome, awesome. I'm going to face this towards you, and I'm going to place this here. I'm going to get my cup out of the way. Okay, now what we have, this is amazing. This is like totally amazing. And I'll say this because, watch this. This is unbelievable. I love what Ninja did. I love their packaging. And thank you, Ninja. Thank you for doing, being conscious about our environment. Okay, there are three package of knives, set in here, packaging, and all done with a recyclable, whatever this is, but it's recyclable. It's like hard, whatever, material, but not too hard. And this is what we're going to get. Now look at this. Look at this beauty. This is like crazy package. I have never seen a set of knives packaged this way. Let me get the other out. And they even place these beads in here, which is to prevent any moisture, so that the knives don't get corroded, and they shouldn't. Look at that. Look at that. This is amazing. Totally amazing. Yeah. Is that cool? All right. Let me get all that out of the way. We'll get everything out of the way. Okay. Now, what we get here is 6 steak knives. So we could place, and they had the protected, and I moved some of these already from the blade, and all the steak knives go on the bottom. All the steak knives go on the bottom. And we'll go ahead and do that. Toss. Here we go. Ah! That's a paring knife. Okay. There we go. So now we have our steak knives, and you could see these are German steel, and they have a full tang. Now here where I go into the details about the knives as I'm going to place these knives into the block. What they mean by full tang, so you have an understanding, and if I'm wrong, please correct me, but a full tang is from the tip to the butt. Now this is the butt. This is what they call the butt. I know, is that crazy? They called the end part of butt. I don't know why, but they do. A full tang is all metal, all around here, here, throughout the whole entire knife. From here to there, from the tip to the butt. That's what they mean by full tang. And now, German steel, it all depends, your preferences. German steel is known as, well, let's just say, for instance, when we speak of steel, we're speaking of steel as it's a composed of iron and carbon. Yes, German steel is composed of iron and carbon. Now, this is what makes the knife heavy. Now, I have seen videos, and I'm going to tell you, the balance on this, I don't think the balance is that great. I believe someone spent a lot of time trying to get this knife to balance. But I don't think the balance on this is that great. And that's okay. Because for me personally, it doesn't affect the way I'm going to slice anything that I'm going to slice with, right? So I still have pretty much control. Now that's one drawback on this set. I don't believe that balance should have just balanced as soon as I'm letting go, and I got to play with it. Now someone on another video is showing, oh, look how nice this balance is. Look, it's so balanced, it's so perfect. Nah, it's not. Okay, and that, to me, that was more of an advertisement that they were doing. They probably got paid for that, to sponsor. They probably got sponsored to show this on their video. That said, here's your paring knife. This is the paring knife. Oh yeah, look at that. And you can place it anywhere in the block. Anywhere in the block. You got your kitchen shears. Yes. Now, you know me. I call these kitchen shears scissors. They're just fancy scissors that are designed for food only. Not for paper, not for cardboard. No. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that. You'll dull out that knife so quick. The blades, I mean, here we have a beautiful bread knife. Look at that. Beautiful bread knife. Now the wider part, yeah, you could place it here. And it should go all the way down. Look at that. Sentutu knife. Oh yeah, can never say that right. Please forgive me. It's a tongue twister for me. But heavy, very heavy on the handle. I like that. You can place that here. Look at that. The chef knife. This is an 8-inch, as I was demonstrating about the balance. This is an 8-inch. Not bad, right? Place that there. And then we have our Bowie knife. Look at that. We use this for fish, whatever. And we could place it anywhere here. And then we have another large paring knife we could use. Yes. Place this here. Now, folks, let me go back to the German steel knife versus what I personally use. I personally use a Japanese set. Let me show you. This here, oh, let me show you a chef knife that I use. This company does not, which is called Shun, they don't make this knife anymore. This is known as a chef knife. The model is, it's an onion chef knife. That's what they call this. And the way it's curved, almost like, it has this beautiful feel to it when you're cutting onions or anything really. But When you only cut, yeah, I bought this just to cut onions. Ah, no. Yeah, $500, almost $600 at the time. Now, if you could find it, it's probably around $400. If you could find it on eBay, whatever, it's a beautiful knife. This is 100% pure Japanese. The metal from Japan, made in Japan, 100% Japanese. Now, I have a point where I'm bringing this out in comparison to this. It's not a negative point, but it's just some base knowledge I think we all need to know. When we're buying, we're going to spend at least a good $70 and up on a knife, right? We want to know where our knives are coming from. This here, this set, and I believe Ensu, this set here, and this is a Japanese, 100%, super sharp. And let me say this, now on the carbon versus stainless steel, again, they're both mixed with, they're composed of, again, iron and carbon. And carbon is used a little more on a Japanese knife versus a German stainless steel. But in my opinion, a German stainless steel knife, you have to sharpen it periodically. The more you use it, it's going to get dull a lot quicker, in my opinion, a Japanese knife. Now, some would argue, no, Lou, no, the Japanese knives get dull quicker. I don't think so. I've been using Japanese knives for years and years and years, and I have used many, many different types of German steel knives. And in my personal experience, I have found that the German steel, whether it's imported or not, made in the USA, which is hard to find, they do get dull. But they're heavier, much, much heavier. And with the Ninja, which it should be because it's German steel, it's a Western style type of knife, this should be heavy and it should have some weight to it. Where most Japanese knives are on the lighter side. So it really depends on the preference of you holding the knife, the way you're going to use the knife. Now, does that mean all Japanese are equal? No. Only a few, well, there's quite a few bits that you can get that's actually made in Japan. But when you compare it to the import of where it's actually made, other brands, is in China. Now, China, depending on the brand, they some will claim that the metal, the Japanese metal, which is really whatever, it's, you know, iron and carbon. That said, it's still made and manufactured in Japan. So it's produced, I mean, in China. It's produced in China. Well, is there anything wrong with that? Well, yes and no. And what I mean by yes and no is that the knife that's imported from China doesn't necessarily mean, even if you pay $300, there's copies of other brands that they do, counterfeit that they do, right? And when I say they, I mean the manufacturers, who's ever making the knives. I have used, here's an example. This is from China. This came from Walmart. It's one of those, I don't even know what the brand is, but it came from Walmart. It's supposedly super sharp, but it's made in China. Is it a good knife? Yeah, it's a nice, for me personally, it's nice. It's heavy metal. And then, I don't know if you all heard about Better Homes and Garden. Better Homes and Garden, they have, or they did in the past, they made a whole set of these knives. From bread knives all the way to the paring knife. And here's an 8-inch chef knife. And this, my folks, this is the, German steel. but it's made in China. It's made in China. So the metal has been imported, supposedly, and they produced this in China and manufactured in China and shipped overseas to us. Global is a famous Japanese knife, and it's light, super light compared to any of these knives. Yeah, super light, way super light. Oh my gosh, way super light. But Global is also 100% true Japanese. And that's something you may want to consider if you don't want to go with the Ninja. I'm not being sponsored by them. I don't care. I'm going to just tell you the way it is. If you're comfortable with a German steel and you don't mind sharpening it quite often, to me they do get dull, then go with it. Heckles and there's other brands that make German steel. Again, you got to be careful. They're still made in and made in China. Anything wrong with it? No. We got these cheap knives. Look at that. I use this all the time. This is a paring knife. It's a cheap Chinese made knife, and it's okay. It does the job. But my perfect knives, again, are Japanese knives. Now, but let me tell you a little game changer. That said, regardless of where this is made, regardless, I'm going to tell you, this baby is sharp. Ninja claims when these knives arrive, they're sharp. Voila, they are. They're sharp. And I have to tell you, when you place this knife, right in, it has to go all the way down, into the chute. I call it a chute. And see what I mean? It stacks. And 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And voila, my knife is sharp. Sharp as the day it arrived. And I'm telling you, it works. It really does work, folks. It's incredible. Now, you do have to wipe off any of the excess little metal brittles that's from sharpening. Normally I'll rinse it and then wipe. But what the demonstration we're going to be doing, a light demonstration we're going to be doing, I'm not going to be eating from that, so it doesn't matter. But you see, it's really boils down to, do you want something similar, or does a family member or a friend that are looking for a set, not a single knife, right? Not a chef knife or replacing maybe a paring knife. This is a great value. So let me put this aside here and let me demonstrate why I think this set is just incredible. Okay. First, I'm going to show you. This, and let me get all these other knives. I already brought my point. Get it, point. I already bought my point, but I believe now you can have a whole tomato, right? You could do a whole tomato, and either way, it doesn't matter. Any tomato. I believe to test a knife, it's either one. Hold on. Okay, to test any knife, any printer paper, car stock, it doesn't matter. What's that? Whatever you desire, a knife should be sharp. I mean, just should be sharp. I know, isn't that crazy? I know. Should be sharp if you hold it on the right angle. This is just crazy. Look at that, baby. Look at that. And look at that. Like razor. It's like razor, my friend. Okay, so that's one. That's one demo. Tomato. Back to the tomato. A tomato has what? a tough skin, right? Outer layer, the skin. It's tough. It really is. But when you take the knife, voila, voila. Look at that. Look at that, my friends. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Look how beautiful that is. Isn't that crazy? Now, if I take a short Bowie knife, let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, paring knife. Paring knife. Oh, I'm telling you, my head is elsewhere. Look at that. How beautiful is that? And you could cut it as thin as you like. Now, the other consideration, going back to a Japanese versus a German knife is much thicker, much thicker. Therefore, you would get much thinner slices off of what? A Japanese knife. But that's okay. Not everyone is going to slice them so thin, whatever they're cutting, right? Now, if you're scaling fish, and you want to do sushi, yeah, I would recommend a Japanese knife. But this will do the job just as good. Not better, but just as good. Now, let's take, just to show you, I'm going to cut this baby in half. Oh, yeah. Cut this baby in half, and we'll just go ahead. I'm going to slice this on an angle, just like that. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Look at that. Nice. Nice. Look how beautiful that is. Look how beautiful. This, I'm telling you, I was totally amazed what this can do. Let me show you the onion. Just an example. We're gonna cut this onion just like that. And we'll just do this. And I'm gonna say, there's really not much of a hesitation when it comes to slicing. Now, I have not seen, and you know me, I'm not good with reviews because I believe a lot is paid. They're paid reviews, and that's okay. But I have not seen, as much as I digged into the reviews based on negative. I have not seen one negative on this set. Okay, so we'll go ahead and we'll just give it like this, like this, like this, like this. Oh yeah, baby. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like that. Just like that. This, it's just crazy. Look at that. Just crazy. Look at that. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm cutting the, look how thin, and I'm not struggling. By the way, I'm not putting force on this. No, I'm just guiding the knife. It may look like that on video, but I'm not. I'm not putting any force. Maybe a little bit, but nothing like a cheap, inexpensive knife. And slicing, I'm gonna leave the skin on. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh yeah. And honestly, folks, I don't think there's any reason for me to show you, to test out all the other knives. They cut. You got to take my word for it. They cut. I don't want to waste your time, but I just want to give you two sides of whether you buy a German stainless steel full tang, right, all the way from the tip to the butt, the weight. This is what's important. How you're going to handle it. I'm telling you, holding this knife, depending, sometimes I cut like this, I have my finger this way. I would say just on the edge here, right there. Yeah, it's a little uncomfortable right there, if you could see what I'm talking about. So this part right there, yeah, they could have smoothed that out just a little bit, but that's okay. For everything else, the whole entire value, we got this automatic sharpening here system, and you're getting 14 pieces. That includes the block, the self dual sharper. You can't beat that. Okay, so folks, remember I stated earlier that what is important in the kitchen is a knife. a knife. Everything else thereafter. What comes thereafter is the cutting board. It is so crucial. Oh, friends, I can't tell you how important it is. The type of board you're going to use to cut your food on. Okay? Why? This board here is made of teak. It's one of your best top-notch cutting board due to the fact of the wood, the type of material, which is wood, and it's teak wood. This teak wood, what I love about this teak wood, when you cut, and like any board, when you cut, what this will separate from all the others is that when you cut and you make gouges, I love this board where it just closes back up. It does not dull your knife in the sense of other boards. Other boards will dull whether it's expensive or inexpensive knife or knife set. It will dull your knife fast. It's also not good for the teeth of the knife. That's what you're hearing is correct. You can ruin your knife, and you will have to either, if you know how to reshape it back and get it sharp to factory standards, that will be great. Or you have to take it to someone else who can do that. I say this for those who care about their knife or knife sets and take passion in this tool. It is crucial you use the right wood. Now, that said, we have an example. Just an example. Plastic. No. I don't care if you use a cheap, inexpensive knife. You're going to sharpen this thing more often than that is needed because of this factor. Plastic. Or whatever material. This is plastic. This here, I'm not sure. But it's definitely not teak. I don't know what the material is. It's okay. But I don't know the material. But plastic. You seen these? And you seen this? Oh yeah. So the company that makes this, and I don't get paid by them. No. Sanda, they're in Los Angeles. I actually have corresponded with the CEO several times on his product. This is all handmade. I'm going to put a link down there. This is all handmade. Yes, you're going to pay. You're going to pay somewhat more than your average board, but you don't. Trust me, friends. It's worth the money. You're saving your knives for many, many years to come, generations to come. I have seen people abuse knives, inexpensive and expensive. Now, if you want to, you can get bamboo. This is bamboo. Would I recommend it? Well, if you find bamboo's not always good for knives either. But if you find something inexpensive and that's your budget and you can't get something like a teak wood, it doesn't have to be from this company, but they're a great company. I mean, really, really responsive as far as when it comes to replying. The communication is there. It's a small company, very small, but they make tons and tons of handmade cutting boards, and they have different grades of teak, and the way it's all come together, how they do it is amazing. And I would definitely look into that. Yeah, but if you can't and you need to go with bamboo, if I had to tell you, stay away. Stay away from these plastics, please. And don't even cut on marble. No, don't do that. No, don't. You're going to hurt your knife. Again, you want to save it. So that said, would I recommend this Ninja Foodi set? Well, for what you get a 14 piece, you get 6 steak knives beautifully. These will cut through that steak. Oh yes, it will cut through that overcooked chicken breast. I've done so many times. It will cut. And you get a bread knife, beautiful bread knife. Oh my. Heavy. And then you have your Bowie knife, you have your paring knife, and you have your large paring knife, and you have Cisco, however you say that. And then you have a nice 8-inch chef knife. Yeah, I would do it, my friends. This is a wonderful gift. I'll leave some links. If I find something on sale, I'll leave that link. But friends, just know this. Tomorrow that sale price could change. But I'll leave the link just in case. The holidays are coming. They should keep the prices to that point. Well, friends, do it. Get it. It's worth it. And by the way, I'm keeping this. Yeah. It's going into this one spot. Yeah. See the spot? Oh, yeah. Yep. It's staying right there, my friends. So if I'm keeping the set, you know it's got to be good. I'm all about honesty. That said, my friends, I hope you're all doing well once again. If not, our prayers and thoughts go out to you all. And I want to wish everyone a happy holiday. And I think that's it. So, allow me to leave you with peace, joy, and happiness in all that you do. Take care, my friends. This is Lou Rail inside my window. Take care, my friends. Take care. All right. Ninja. Well, should I go with a Japanese or Ninja? Japanese or Ninja? German style? Japanese made? German style? Nah, you're both going to get along. You're going to get along because I'm keeping you. I'm keeping you both.